NASA says the case is closed. Just another interstellar comet. Nothing to worry about. Standard physics, standard explanation. But then, 3I Atlas didn't stop. It didn't behave. It didn't follow the script. And it didn't do what a normal comet should do when the most powerful telescopes on Earth were staring straight at it. Because while officials were wrapping up their reports, 3I Atlas started breaking rules. Not internet rules, not conspiracy rules, physics rules. And the worst part? It's doing it quietly, no explosions, no bright headlines, just data anomalies piling up like cracks in a wall everyone is pretending isn't there. And those cracks have a shape, a very uncomfortable shape. And before we dive into this, if you want real cosmic mysteries that go beyond mainstream headlines, hit like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because the universe doesn't come with disclaimers, but this channel comes with updates. Now let's talk about 3I Atlas. When 3I Atlas was first detected, it looked like a textbook interstellar comet. Fast, cold, coming from outside the solar system. A rare visitor, only the third confirmed object of its kind, and NASA moved fast. They analyzed the orbit, measured the light curve, ran it through every model, and eventually, they said the words people wanted to hear: it's natural, it's ordinary. It's just a comet. Case closed. Move on. But 3I Atlas didn't move on. Here's the problem. Comets follow patterns. They brighten as they approach the sun. They shed ice and gas. They form predictable tails. They follow predictable accelerations. 3I Atlas didn't. It started slowing down before solar heating should have affected it. Then, weeks later, it accelerated again without any significant change in gravitational forces. That's like a car braking on a downhill slope, then speeding up on flat ground. Physics doesn't like that. Even stranger, its light curve. When a comet rotates, you get regular brightness changes. Bright, dimension, bright, dimension. 3I Atlas? Its brightness didn't follow a rotational rhythm. It pulsed. Slowly, then rapidly. Then it stopped changing altogether. Then resumed again, like an electrical system turning on and off. And no, not solar flares, not background interference. The signal was clean, local to the object. NASA's official explanation: complex outgassing and surface geometry. That's the safe answer. But here's what some astronomers noticed privately. The brightness fluctuations looked less like surface reflections and more like internal illumination, as if something inside the object was cycling, not exploding, not venting randomly, cycling. Then came the spectrographic data, which should have settled everything, because spectral analysis tells you what an object is made of: dust, ice, gas, metals. But 3I Atlas showed inconsistencies. Certain wavelengths appeared and disappeared between observations, not because it rotated, not because the sun angle changed, but as if the object's surface properties were fluctuating. Material that should have been stable was behaving dynamically. Another issue: its trajectory correction. 3I Atlas subtly adjusted its path more than once. Now officially, this gets explained as non-gravitational forces from outgassing. But the magnitude didn't match typical comet behavior. The adjustments were small, but precise, like micro-corrections. You don't expect that from a dirty snowball tumbling through deep space. And here's where things get really uncomfortable. 3I Atlas didn't come from our Oort cloud. It didn't come from the Kuiper belt. It's interstellar. That means it formed around another star, another system, another cosmic environment. And in that environment, it developed behaviors we don't fully understand. Now here's something most headlines skipped. During one observation window, radio telescopes detected a faint electromagnetic irregularity, localized around 3I Atlas. Not a signal, not a broadcast, just disturbance like static, but not solar static, not cosmic background noise, localized, around the object itself, and it only lasted for a specific duration. Then it stopped. NASA classified it as instrumental error, but two other observatories recorded similar anomalies. Independent equipment, independent teams, same weird data. Let's talk about its shape. Most comets are irregular chunks of ice and rock. They're messy, broken, chaotic. 3I Atlas? Based on reflected light modeling, its shape is extremely elongated, not spherical, not clumpy, elongated, like a cosmic cigar. Similar to Oumuamua, but with even stranger surface behavior. And then there's the tail. Comet tails always point away from the sun. Always. Because solar radiation pressure pushes the material out. But 3I Atlas's tail didn't behave cleanly. Its dust tail showed temporary deviations. Sections of it appeared to break alignment for brief periods. It even showed sunward-facing filaments, which should be impossible. It's like smoke blowing toward the fire. So why did NASA say case closed? Because uncertainty causes panic. And uncertainty doesn't look good in press briefings. So you classify it. You simplify it. You put it in a box labeled natural object and move forward. But science doesn't peacefully obey labels. Reality doesn't care about categories. And 3I Atlas keeps pushing against its own. Some scientists now suggest it might be a fragment of a failed planet. Others suggest it could be a cosmic shard from a disrupted system. And some, quietly and off the record, are willing to explore a more uncomfortable idea. That life doesn't need oceans, or forests, or even planets. That in extreme environments, life might operate on principles we barely understand. Plasma, electromagnetic fields, quantum scale interactions, and that what we're seeing isn't a dead rock, but a process, a structure, a system. Now don't twist this. No one is saying it's aliens. No one is saying it's a spaceship. What's being said is that 3I Atlas doesn't fit into the tidy definition of what a comet should be. And whenever that happens in science, it usually means we're about to discover something new. Here's another weird detail. While approaching the inner solar system, 3I Atlas didn't react to solar radiation the way similar objects did. Other comets brightened rapidly. Its brightness grew, conservatively, almost controlled, as if conserving energy, not dispersing it randomly. Then there's its rotational dynamics. Its spin rate changed. Not just gradually, it shifted. Like something inside changed its mass distribution or internal balance. That's not just external heating. That suggests internal dynamics. And then came the silence phase, a temporary period where its activity dropped dramatically. No major outgassing, no brightening, no major tail changes, just stillness in deep space. Stillness is suspicious, because nothing ever really goes silent for no reason. Then it reactivated and continued its weird behavior. Now here's what really makes scientists uncomfortable. 3I Atlas is not alone. It's the third interstellar object we've seen, which means there are more, probably billions, passing through our system all the time, most unobserved, most undetected. And if even a small percentage of them behave like 3I Atlas, then our understanding of the cosmos is embarrassingly incomplete. NASA may want closure, but space doesn't give closure. It gives data. And data is currently whispering that 3I Atlas isn't finished surprising us. As it continues its journey through the solar system, scientists are watching for one thing: another deviation, another change in speed, another spectral anomaly, something that shouldn't be there, but probably will be. Because so far, that's been its pattern, breaking patterns. So no, the case isn't closed, it's just been labeled. And labeled things are often the first to be proven wrong. The real question is, when the next anomaly happens, will they revise the conclusion or just move the box and keep the label? Tell me what you think. Is 3I Atlas just an odd comet, the remnant of a failed world, or something we don't yet have the language to describe? And make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because the sky is writing stories faster than we're reading them.